What is going on, guys? It's Argon657 here. Today I bring you another Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. This one's actually going to be a triple header battle. All of them are going to be Ubers. This first one's going to be against Vizually. His channel will be in the description below. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. So, he's going to lead off with his Gothitelle, and I'm going to lead off with my Giratina. And he's going to withdraw because obviously he can't do much to a Giratina. So he's going to go to his Xerneas, and I'm going to go for the Magic Coat because I expected him to maybe go for some sort of like status move or something like that. I don't know. But he's going to switch up predicting the Toxic, I guess, which I do go for. And it turns out I think this is going to be his... a little bit of a stall team that I'm facing. So it's basically an Uber stall. And I think it's PP stall as well. So, yeah. I'm going to go for the substitute. And he's going to set up Toxic Spikes. And I went for the substitute knowing that he can't really do anything to my Zygarde. The only thing he could possibly do is go for the Haze. So, I'm going to go for the Coil over here, and I want to see what move he's going to lock himself into. And I am going to go for the Glare though, because I want to see what he's going to lock himself into, like I said. And the thing is that if he's Choice Scarfed, I could definitely cripple him because obviously he locked in one move, and if he's slow and Scarfed, then it's pretty much useless. So, I'm going to go for the Glare, and luckily I'm able to get the Paralyze, but I'm not going to stay in because I don't want to risk getting Moon Blasted to the face, so... okay, so he's going to withdraw his Xerneas. I'm going to go to my Necrozma. He's going to go to his own Necrozma. I'm going to switch right out into my Giratina to defog the hazards. Because I know that he really can't do much against my Giratina. I mean, he can though. But I'm just going to go for the defog because I really need to get rid of the hazards. And I do need to set up substitutes with the Zygarde. Because the thing is, Zygarde can actually take out his entire team. It really depends on how things go. But I will have to go for the Glare, and I'm going to have to play my cards right in order to beat him, basically. He's going to go for the Aromatherapy, so that's pretty good for him. So he's going to apparently lock himself to Aromatherapy, so now he has his speed back, basically. So he's going to go into his Gothitelle, and I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. And unfortunately, he has the Shadow Tag, so I can't really stay, like, switch out. Like, I have to stay in, though. That's what I meant to say. I meant to say that, like, I can't switch out. So, he's gonna go for the Charm over here. And I'm gonna go for the, Toxic, but the thing is, now he's gonna definitely, probably try to PP stall the rest of my team. Well, actually no. He's gonna be able to PP stall my Necrozma. Now, the thing is that he's Toxic. He's gonna continue going for the Charm, but the thing is, like, I put him on a timer, so he's gonna have to go for the rest at some point. That's basically what I'm trying to say here, so I'm just going to go for the Sunsteel Strike again. He's going to go for the rest, and yeah, this is looking really bad for me, because now, you know, this is not looking too good for me. He's going to withdraw, apparently, so he's going to go to his Toxapex. Now, the good thing is that since he withdrew, I can freely switch out and go into my Zygarde. Now, this is a risky play because he could have went for the Scald and burned me. So that was kind of risky on my part. Now the thing is, I figured he would want to go for the Toxic Spikes or something like that. But my Zygarde is much faster than him, so I can easily go for the substitute. He's going to go to his Xerneas, I'm assuming. So, the thing is, I'm going to have to go to my Giratina and defog them away again. So, but I'm going to go for the substitute. Because I know that he's not going to be able to do anything against me and keep me from going for the glare, so I can just let him go for the Moonblast, and I can just go for the glare over here, and he'll be pretty much fully paralyzed, so that's really good. But I'm gonna have to try to whittle down the Xerneas, because the Xerneas will be a big issue against my team, and also the Gothitelle. The Gothitelle will be a big issue against my team, because like he can PP stall some of my Pokemon, but I can easily go for the substitute, really. But he's gonna go into his Xerneas. I'm gonna go for the glare. But I'm gonna go for coil over here. I want to see how much damage I could do with +1. So I'm gonna set up a coil, and he's gonna get the he's not gonna get paralyzed. He's gonna break through, and he's gonna go for the Moonblast. It's going to break my sub. Obviously, the Xerneas. Honestly, if I keep subbing up, I'm just gonna try to keep subbing up until he gets parahaxed. But it's not happening, so he's gonna go for the Moonblast over here, and he's going to break my sub once again. And I'm gonna have to like really hope that he gets paralyzed, because if he can get paralyzed, I can go for 1,000 arrows, and everything will be really good for me. So he's gonna go for the Moonblast, and I'm gonna transform into the 100% Zygarde, the complete form. So basically, yeah, this Zygarde is actually going to be a little bit slower, because the complete form has less speed. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out into my Necrozma. He's going to go straight for the Moonblast. And everything's looking really good so far. It is a long battle, though, because I was facing a stall team. And he's going to go into his Toxapex over here. And what I can do is I can go for the I can go to my Giratina and go for the defog, because I cannot afford to get toxic spikes on my side of the field. So I'm gonna go for the defog, and he's gonna go for the I think he's gonna go for the Scald over here, and he does not get the burn, so it's really good. But I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go to my Groudon over here. And I'm going to try to see if I can deal with this Toxapex more easily, because obviously Toxapex is a bit of a problem against my team, and he has Toxic Spikes. Now the thing is that, like, you know, he would have been able to stall out my entire team if my team was basically like toxic or something like that. He's going to go into his Arceus over here, and I'm going to go for the Precipice Blades and miss, so that's really unfortunate. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Giratina, because I can take a Judgment, and I know that, you know, I know that I can easily go for maybe a Toxic or something like that, but he's going to switch out. He's going to go to his Xerneas. Now, I'm going to go for the Hex over here. And the thing is, now that he's paralyzed, I can easily just go for the Hex, and it'll do a lot more damage. So he's gonna go for the Moonblast. It's not going to take me out. I do take that, and I'm able to finish off the Xerneas with a Hex, with another Hex. So that's one big threat out of the way. He's gonna go into his Zygarde over here, and I have to switch out because I can't really do anything. I'm going to go into my Kyogre over here, because Kyogre can take on Zygarde. Because Zygarde can just go for the substitute and Coil or Dragon Dance. Like, I've seen Zygardes with Dragon Dance and stuff like that. But he's going to go for the substitute. And seeing that he's not carrying any leftovers, he's probably going to be, like, I don't know what kind of item he may be holding. He could be holding, like a 50 percent berry or something like that, like maybe the Iapapa berry or Agua berry. But he's going to switch out because he's not going to take another Ice Beam. And I'm also going to switch out because I am pretty sure he's going to switch out as well. I think I predicted him to go to his Toxapex, so that's why I went to my Groudon. And the thing is now that he does have... I did take out one of his Pokemon, so that's really good, but he's going to go into his Gothitelle as Death Fodder, I think. But he's going to... I'm going to miss the Precipice Blades. I'm not sure how much damage it would do. It probably would have done a little bit over half, maybe a little bit over half or something like that. I don't know how... I really don't know how much damage it could have done. But I'm going to go for the Swords Dance, and I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take the Judgment over here. And he's going to go for the Judgment over here, and it's, you know, it's not going to be it's not going to affect me because I am Levitate. So he's going to go back into his Toxapex. Now, I'm going to go for the Toxic, expecting him to maybe want to stay in or something like that. I'm going to go for the Magic Coat because I want to bounce back the Toxic Spikes, because obviously the Toxic Spikes are really annoying. He's going to go for the Scald. He does not get the burn. I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to switch back into my Groudon. And I'm going to try to set up on him, because the thing is, like, if I can... He doesn't have any Pokemon that have Unaware, so I can just basically set up on him and possibly late game sweep his entire team. So I'm going to go back into my... Giratina to defog the Hazard. He's now going to go back into his Arceus. And I'm going to go for the defog. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. And I'm hoping I could take it. And I do. I take it with 37 HP. And I'm able to get off that defog. Because the thing is, I needed to get the defog up. Because obviously, I wouldn't be able to sweep his team with my Zygarde. So he's going to go for the Ice Beam and finish me off. So Giratina's gone. But at least I got the defog going, so I was able to set up a defog and just get rid of the Toxic Spikes. So I'm going to go to my Kyogre, which I can just go for the Scald, but he's going to go into his Gothitelle, and I'm just going to go for the Scald. And Scald's going to do a big chunk of damage, you know, because obviously it's in the rain. And it's Stab, so I'm just going to go for the Scald, and I do get a critical hit. I think that that critical hit mattered for sure. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have taken out the Gothitelle, but it's possible that he could have just, I don't know. I'm not sure what he could have done, but at least I got the crit, though. So, Gothitelle's out of the way. I'm going to go to my Zygarde, because I'm pretty sure he's going to want to go for the Toxic Spikes. And I'm gonna go for the substitute because I know he's not gonna be able to do anything against my Zygarde because his Scald will not break my substitute. So I can go for the Glare over here, and maybe he could get fully paralyzed. So I think I'm gonna go for the Glare. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Glare over here, and I'm going to try to set up some coils and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, he does have the Ice Beam. And I know for a fact he can just break my sub with the Ice Beam and stuff like that. So, I'm going to go for the coil. And I want to try to set up on him. Just hoping he gets paralyzed. He, unfortunately, does not get paralyzed. So, I'm just going to have to go... I'm going to try to keep on going for the substitutes. To see if he's going to try to... get paralyzed again, because then I could just go for the 1,000 arrows to see how much damage it could do. Now, he's going to get paralyzed over here. That's really good. I'm going to go for the... I I think I'm gonna go for the 1,000 arrows, because I can just go, I can pretty much see how much damage I can do to Arceus. But he ends up switching out into his Tox effect, so it's gonna do a little bit over half. Even though it's at +1, the thing is I'm not running that much attack investment. So I'm just going to go for a second 1,000 arrows just to finish him off because I don't want him hazing away my stat boost. So I'm able to get rid of the toxic effects, so that's really nice. I'm going to be able to basically, probably try to run through his whole team though. So I'm going to go for the 1,000 arrows. And it's not going to do anything to this Arceus because this is not really it's not offensive, but it's not an offensive Zygarde. It's more of like a bulky Zygarde, bulky coil set. So I'm just gonna go for the 1,000 arrows because I want to see what he wants to do. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam, and I'm kind of hoping that I can, I can maybe bring him down to a point where he's going to have to recover. I'm going to go for the substitute because I'm hoping that he gets fully paralyzed over here. And he does go for the recover, thankfully. So that's really good for me. I'm going to go for the coil over here. No, I go for the 1,000 arrows. And I am going to, it's not going to do anything to this Arceus because once again, this Arceus, I think it's also bulky, but also Zygarde isn't offensive, like I said. So, yeah, one coil is not going to do anything to Arceus. I'm going to have to get up a bunch of coils if I'm going to get anywhere with this Arceus. The thing is, if it gets fully paralyzed multiple times, it'll be a lot easier for me. So I'm just going to go for the 1,000 arrows and do a decent chunk. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. And I think what I can do is I can go for the... I think I could go for another substitute. Yeah, I'm going to go for the 1,000 arrows actually. I hope I can knock out the Arceus. But unfortunately for him, he gets fully paralyzed. So... I think he was going to go for the recover over here. But yeah, I'm going to go for the 1,000 arrows. And I'm going to be able to knock him out. So that's really good. Arceus is gone. So he's now going to go into his Necrozma over here. He's going to go for the... he's going to burst out into the Ultra Necrozma. So... I think I make a big mistake over here. I probably should have went for the glare, but instead I go for the 1,000 arrows. I just wanted to see how much damage it will do. But the thing is that I should have went for the glare, and now I'm gonna have to sack something because I actually do not want him to go for the Z move on my Zygarde because I do need the Zygarde for later. I'm going to go and sack my Kyogre, and over here is when I'm going to speed this thing up. So, he's going to go for the Z move over here, and he's going to go for the light that burns the sky over here. It's definitely going to knock out my Kyogre, obviously, because my Kyogre is not at full health, and Kyogre isn't that bulky anyway. I mean, it's at +2 and it's stab. And, yeah, my Kyogre's gone. I'm going to go back into my Zygarde, because the thing is, I can actually, I could take a +2 Photon Geyser, because this is a bulky Zygarde. And as you can see, I can take that really well. I'm going to go for the Glare, and I'm going to be able to just go for the 1,000 arrows. He is going to finish me off, though, but at least I'm going to weaken him to a point where I can just take him out with anything, with any of my Pokemon that I have left. So, I'm going to go for the 1,000 arrows, and he's going to go for the Photon Geyser. Luckily, he didn't get fully paralyzed, because I would have been able to knock out the Necrozma I had. He got fully paralyzed. But I'm now gonna go to my own Necrozma, and he's gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike over here, and it's not gonna do anything to my my own Necrozma because I'm actually part steel. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike of my own and finish him off. So that's a big threat out of the way, although I did deal with it because of the glare. He's now going to go to his Zygarde over here, and I'm thinking he's probably, I don't know what kind of set he's running, but I'm going to go for the Sunsteel Strike regardless, because I need to finish this thing off. Yeah, so everything's looking really nice for me. Yeah, so he's going to go for the substitute again. And I'm going to go for the Sunsteel Strike as well. I think he should have just went for the 1,000 arrows because he would have been able to finish off my Necrozma. Now he's going to keep on going for subs. I'm going to break the subs. And I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get the complete form activated. So he's now going to go into the complete form of Zygarde. So I think he should have gone for the 1,000 arrows because he would have been able to take out my. It was going to be a 2-hit KO on my Necrozma because it's super effective and it's also stab. So he's going to keep on going for subs. He's going to go for the Dragon Dance over here, and yeah, he probably should have went for the Dragon Dance instead of substitutes. But I'm going to go for the Sunsteel Strike over here. And, yeah, I think I take him out from that range. No, I don't. He actually survives. So yeah, I think that was a minimum damage roll. So he's going to go for the 1,000 arrows. And he's going to... It's not going to be enough to take me out. And I'm going to be able to go for the Sunsteel Strike and pretty much win. So yeah, that will be a 3-0 victory in my favor, but we are not finished yet, because this is going to be a triple header. So we do have another battle. It's another Uber's battle, of course. And actually, guess what? I'm using the same exact team, and I'm also facing the same exact team that Vizually used. This one's going to be against Wally, or Whale, I don't know how to pronounce it though. I'm just going to say Wale. Yeah, so he's going to basically have the same stall team that Vizually had, and that Vizually has though. He's going to go into his Toxapex. I'm going to go to my Zygarde, because I know that that if he leads off with Toxapex, I can just go for the substitute right away, because I know that he cannot Skull Burn me under a sub. So he's going to go for the Toxic Spikes, and I'm going to go for the, I'm going to start setting up coils, and I'm also going to go for the glare as well, because I do need to get the fully paralysis. So he's going to go for the glare, and he's going to get fully paralyzed, I think. Yeah, he gets fully paralyzed, so that's really good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the I think I'm gonna go for the coil over here. He's gonna go into his Zygarde. I go for a coil. Now the thing is, I probably should have went for the glare, predicting him to switch out. But I really wasn't. I didn't really want to over predict. That's why I went for the safe coil. But he's going to go for the substitute, and I'm going to go for the glare over here, but he's going to go for that sub, and he's going to start setting up on me. But the thing is, I have the advantage over him because he's going to be a Dragon Dancing Zygarde, whereas I'm going to be a Coil Zygarde. So basically, Coil Zygarde will beat Dragon Dance Zygarde 1v1, because like he doesn't have any he's not raising his defense at all. Like, I'm raising my defense and attack. He's just raising his attack and speed. So basically, when I hit my 1,000 arrows will do a lot more damage to him than his 1,000 arrows will do to me. So that's basically what's gonna happen here. He's gonna set up another dragon dance. And I'm gonna go for the coil over here because like I know that I can easily beat him. Because obviously coil Zygarde is a lot better than Dragon Dance Zygarde. I mean, not always though, but like it really depends on the situation. But in this case, he's gonna go for 1,000 arrows, and yeah, I don't think it's gonna be enough to break the substitute. But I'm gonna go for 1,000 arrows on my own, and I'm gonna be able to easily break his sub because I have +3 attack, I think. And he's gonna get his substitute faded, so that's really good. But he's gonna go for the 1,000 arrows. Now the thing is, I didn't want to like go for the glare and then him going for a substitute, so that's why I went straight for the 1,000 arrows. I actually went for the coil. Actually, never mind. But now I think I'm at +4 over here. So Zygarde's gonna pretty much do some work. He's gonna go for the 1,000 arrows, and you know, everything's looking really nice for me. I'm gonna go for the substitute because I don't want him glaring my Pokemon. But yeah, I think he's gonna go for a substitute of his own. So I'm gonna go for the glare, and he does predict that. So everything's looking pretty good for me though, because once again I have the advantage over him. Even though he's gonna turn into complete form Zygarde, but like he does not have any defenses raised, just his attack and speed. Whereas I have my attack, defense, and accuracy raised, but the accuracy doesn't really matter because there's nothing that I have that does not have 100% accuracy. Yeah, so basically I'm just gonna go for another coil. I'm pretty much setting up on him at this point, so I think I'm at +5. I'm pretty sure I'm at +5 over here. Because, obviously I need to stay in. I need to get rid of the Zygarde. He's gonna go for the 1,000 arrows, of course. Yeah, so, yeah, the Zygarde is going to, I think he's gonna break my sub. Yeah, he's gonna break my sub. I'm gonna go for the 1,000 arrows on my own, which I can easily break his sub. Being the fact that you know, I have a lot of attack. Yeah, I'm at +5 attack, I think. But I'm almost at full health, so. But he's gonna withdraw over here because he knows he can't beat my Zygarde 1v1. But yeah, he's gonna go to his Xerneas over here, and I'm gonna go for the substitute because I want to see what he wants to do. Xerneas is gonna be a problem once again because I think it's Scarfed. So he's gonna go for the Moonblast over here. Honestly, there is no way of telling if he's Scarfed or not because I'm a lot slower than his Xerneas, but I can just go for Glare, and everything should be pretty much solid because I can just go for the substitute until it gets fully paralyzed. I'm just hoping he gets fully paralyzed though. But I'm gonna go for the substitute, and he's gonna go for the Moonblast, and it's going to break my sub, of course. Zygarde is doing a little bit of work though. I'm just hoping that I can break his sub, because obviously, no, not his sub. I can, you know, set up a sub on him so he could be fully paralyzed and stuff. He's gonna go for the Moonblast, and unfortunately, like he does not get paralyzed. So, yeah, he's gonna continue breaking my substitute. So, obviously, like Xerneas and Arceus are pretty much good checks to this kind of Zygarde set because they both have super effective moves to hit me, like Moonblast or Ice Beam, one of the two. But I'm gonna turn into complete form Zygarde. And I'm actually gonna go for the substitute, and he actually gets fully paralyzed. Now the thing is that Zygarde would have it would have taken out my Zygarde if he wasn't fully paralyzed. But the thing is, like, now I'm gonna be able to get a hit off of him with 1,000 arrows. So he's gonna go for the Moonblast. Now if he got paralyzed again, I would have been behind a sub, and I would have been able to I think 2-hit KO him. But I'm gonna go for 1,000 arrows. I want to see how much damage I could do. 1,000 arrows actually almost 1-hit KOs the Xerneas. Now, if I was at +6, I would have been able to knock him out. So I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to. I don't want to lose my Zygarde just yet. I'm gonna go into my Necrozma, and I really didn't want to risk him not being fully paralyzed. He's gonna go for the Moonblast, and it's not gonna do anything to my Necrozma, and I'm just gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike, and I'm gonna be able to finish off this Xerneas, so that's really good. Xerneas is gone, so he's now going to go into his Zygarde over here. Zygarde is a little bit slower, but I'm just going to go for the... I'm going to switch out. And I'm going to go into my Kyogre. I get the Toxic Spikes poison, so it's not a big deal though. Because I do have the Defog on my Giratina, which I can go for it later. But I'm also going to have to find the right time to do that. Yeah, so I think he's going to go for the Dragon Dance. And yeah, this is really bad though because he can easily just sweep my whole team. Yeah, so I get hurt by the poison. He's going to go for the substitute. I do have the Ice Beam, so I can just break the sub with the Ice Beam. So everything's looking really good so far. But I think Zygarde is going to have his Z move. I think Zygarde's going to go for the Z move over here. Yeah, he's going to go for the Z move. So it's kind of strange how like there's two. Actually, no, his Necrozma might not be the Ultra Necrozma. This might be his Z move user. So I think that team had like two Z move users. So, but he's gonna go for the Continental Crush, and it should knock out my Kyogre, but it doesn't. I do live with 43 HP, and I'm gonna be able to finish him off with the Ice Beam. So Zygarde's out of the way. Basically, his offensive threats are gone. His only offensive threat is the Necrozma, but it can't use the Z move anymore because Zygarde already used it. But he's going to go into his Arceus and go for the Judgment, and it's going to finish off my Kyogre. So yeah, I'm going to go into my Giratina, and I could just go for the Defog. So he's gonna go for the Calm Mind over there, and this is looking really bad. Because if he sets up too many Calm Minds, he could sweep my team. So I'm actually gonna go for the Defog first, but I'm gonna have to go for the Toxic like almost immediately because I need to get rid of the Arceus as soon as possible. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam. And to my surprise, the Giratina takes the Ice Beam quite nicely. It does nowhere near half, so it's really good. So I guess this means that this Arceus is probably more of a bulkier Calm Mind Arceus. He's gonna go for the Toxic. No, I'm gonna go for the Toxic. He's gonna get poisoned. I want to put him on a timer because I don't want him setting up on me. So I'm gonna go into my Necrozma expecting another Ice Beam, but he's going to make a really good play and go for the Judgment. And it's almost going to knock me out. It doesn't quite take out my Necrozma even after the +1 moves. But yeah, I think he's gonna want to go for the Ice Beam over here. But he ends up going straight for the Judgment. So that was a good play on his part. Predicting my switch. So now my Necrozma is pretty much gone. He's gonna get more poison damage, and I'm gonna go into my own Arceus. And the thing is, I can just set up Calm Minds on him as well. So, and I'm a lot faster than him, so I can just go for Calm Minds. And I hope I can basically beat him 1v1. I basically can beat him 1v1 because of the fact that he's toxic. Unless he had Refresh or something like that. But he's already shown 2 moves, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, and Judgment. So his last move is definitely Recover. So I'm going to go for the Judgment over here. He's going to go to his Toxapex over here. I'm going to go... Actually, no, I'm going to go for a second Calm Mind. Because I know that with +2, I can pretty much clean up the rest of the match. I'm going to go for the Judgment, and it's going to, I think it's going to be a 2-hit KO on the Toxapex. It's going to be definitely a 2-hit KO. He's going to go for the Haze, and he's going to withdraw his Toxapex. Now I can just go for the Calm Mind and stuff like that, but obviously I can just go for the the Judgment, and the thing is, it's Arceus Dark, so I can just go for that Judgment and pretty much knock out the Gothitelle. So I'm going to go for the Judgment, and it's going to, it's not going to be enough to knock out the Gothitelle. I didn't expect for him to survive it. I think he lived with like 1 or 2 HP, but it looks like 1 HP or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to be able to go for the Judgment over here and just knock out the Gothitelle. And everything should look okay for me, because now his Gothitelle is gone. And I should be able to clean up the rest of his team. So I'm going to go for a Judgment over here. And I'm just going to finish him off. And yeah. Everything's looking really good. Arceus is gone. He's gonna go to his Necrozma over here. And I'm gonna go for another Judgment. And I'm gonna be able to also take out the Necrozma as well. So everything's yeah, pretty much everything's wrapped up over here. So he's now gonna go into his last Pokemon, which is the Toxapex. And I could just go for the Judgment, but he's going to forfeit here. So that was a pretty good battle. But we still have one more battle to go. So yeah. This next one is going to be this one's going to be against Simon. And this is not going to be one of those facing those stall teams. So this is like more of an offensive team. So the battle's going to be a little bit shorter. So yeah, so he's going to go into his Arceus Ground. I'm going to go into my Groudon. Now he could just go for Judgment, and I could just pretty much get either 2-hit KO'd or 1-hit KO'd. Pretty much. And I don't want that to happen, and I don't want to lose my Groudon this early. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out into my Celesteela, because Celesteela can easily take a Judgment. It can actually wall the Arceus, but once it starts setting up Calm Minds, it can't really wall it. So he's going to go to his own Primal Groudon, and I'm going to go for the Leech Seed over here, and I just want to like get that Leech Seed going, because I do need to whittle down his team in order for me to be able to maybe get a sweep later. But I'm going to go switch out because I don't want to take an Overheat or a Fire Punch. I'm going to go to my Arceus Fairy, and he's going to go for the Overheat, and I do take it really well, and I could definitely take another one. Thanks to the Leech Seed, I'm able to I can definitely live. I'm actually exactly at 50% health, but I'm gonna go for the recover because I do need to get this RC as healthy as possible. Just gonna go to his Necrozma over here, and I'm gonna switch out, and I'm gonna go to my Groudon, my Primal Groudon. He's gonna go for the Swords Dance, and it's looking really bad though. He's gonna go into he's gonna go turn into Ultra Necrozma over here, and he's gonna go for the Earthquake. It's probably gonna knock out my Groudon. So yeah, my Groudon's gone. That's really unfortunate though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to set up the Stealth Rocks. I'm gonna go into my Celesteela, and I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed over here. And yeah, I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. Thankfully I don't miss, but I do need to take out this Necrozma ASAP because he will sweep my whole team. And I'm gonna go for the Protect to scout what he's gonna do. Hoping he doesn't go for another Swords Dance, but he's gonna predict that. And now he's at +6, so this is gonna be really bad for me because he can just literally 6-0 my entire team. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go into my Zygarde as Death Fodder. He's gonna go for the Z move again. He's gonna go for the Light that burns the sky. I am gonna speed this up, so yeah, so he's gonna go for that Light that burns the sky, and at +6, it's in the Z move. It's definitely going to knock out my my Zygarde. So there's no way I'm gonna live this. Yeah, my Zygarde basically gets one shot. And I'm gonna go into my Celesteela. Now I'm gonna go for the Protect because I need to whittle this thing down a little bit. He's gonna go for the Photon Geyser. I can pretty much take a Photon Geyser even at +6 because it's not very effective. And I'm also a bit. I have a little bit of defense investment, and I do take it. I do live with 88 HP. I'm gonna go for the Toxic, and yeah. At this point, I need to put this thing on the timer. I have to take out the Necrozma, and he's at half health already. And I'm gonna try to protect stall him. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go for the Protect, and I want to see what he wants to do. He's gonna go for the Photon Geyser. Has Earthquake, Photon Geyser, Swords Dance. I don't know what other move he has. But basically, I'm gonna go for the double Protect to see if I can, get that double Protect and maybe be able to have my Celesteela live. But unfortunately, the Protect fails and he's gonna knock me out. But at the same time, he's gonna get knocked out by the poison. So that's really good because now this Necrozma will not sweep my whole team. Yeah, he's already taken out 3 of my Pokemon with Necrozma. So I'm gonna go into my Gengar over here, and he's gonna go to his Xerneas. And I could just Mega Evolve and go for the Sludge Wave over here. He's gonna withdraw. He's gonna go into his Yveltal. I'm guessing his Yveltal is probably Scarfed or something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and I'm gonna go for the Sludge Wave. And it should do a decent amount. Yeah, so Sludge Wave is not going to be a 2-hit KO. And it turns out he's not Scarfed, he's Leftovers. So I'm going to switch out. I do not want to take a Sucker Punch. So I'm going to go to my Arceus Fairy, which I can take any hit he goes for. He's going to go for the Foul Play. It's not going to do that much. I'm going to go for the Judgment over here. He's going to go to his Xerneas. Because honestly, that's all I can do, basically. I mean, actually, no, I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. I probably should have double switched into Gengar, because I would have been able to maybe go for another Sludge Wave. I would have been able to put pressure on him. But I'm going to go for the Judgment, and it's actually, I'm going to knock him out. That critical hit definitely mattered, because he would have been able to set up a Geomancy and sweep my whole team. So he's going to go to his Groudon over here. And things are going to look evened up over here, because like, I think I have the Earth Power. I'm going to go for the Earth Power over here, and it's going to knock out the Groudon, so that's really good. Groudon's gone. He's now going to go to his own Arceus, and it's going to, I'm going to go for a, he's going to go for Calm Minds. He's going to start going for Calm Minds and stuff. I'm going to go for a Judgment over here, because I want to see how much it does, and it's not going to do that much to the Arceus, so it's going to go for a second Calm Mind. So I'm going to have to start Calm Minding up on him, and whoever gets the critical hit first basically wins the match. So I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind. So now I'm at +2, we're basically evened up with the Calm Minds. So, yeah, so the thing is that he's going to go for a third Calm Mind. I'm just going to keep on going for Calm Minds over here, because I need to deal with this Arceus over here, and yeah, I'm going to go for Calm Mind. So I think we're going to go to +6, and yeah, he's going to keep on Calm Minding up. Now, the thing is, at this point, like, if he gets a critical hit on my Arceus, I pretty much lose. So I'm just gonna go for, I just gotta go for Calm Mind, so I need to make sure that he does not get the opportunity to be at like +1 over my Arceus. So we need to be like neutral. So he's gonna go for the Judgment, and he's gonna go for the Judgment over here. I'm gonna go for Calm Mind, and I think I'm gonna go for the Recover. And now I'm at +1 over him. So he's going to go for Calm Mind. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go all the way up to +6 over here. But I'm first going to go for the Recover, because I do need to deal with this Arceus more easily. So he's going to go for Calm Mind, so now he's at +6. So basically, if he gets a critical hit here, I lose the battle. So now I'm at +6 as well. So he's gonna go for I think he's gonna go for the Judgment over here. So he's gonna go for the Ice Beam, and it's not going to do enough to the Arceus, to my Arceus, and I'm gonna go for the Earth Power. It's not going to do enough. I'm gonna go for the Judgment over here, because I can't really do anything. Judgment is my strongest move. It's stab and everything, so I'm just gonna keep on going for Judgment. At this point, I'm at +6. He's gonna go for Judgment, and yeah, I'm gonna go for Judgment. But the thing is, his Judgments are doing more than my Judgments. So yeah, he's gonna go for a Judgment, and I think he's going to knock me out. Yeah, so that kind of sucks though, because I pretty much lose. I'm gonna go for the I'm gonna go into Gengar over here, and I went for the taunt because I predicted him to go for the Recover. He goes for the Recover, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for the Destiny Bond, and he's not gonna be able to sweep my team though, at least. He's not going to be able to take out the rest of his team, so I'm going to be able to go for... I'm able to sack my Gengar, and I'm also able to take him down with me. So Archie's going to get knocked out with the Destiny Bond. But now I have to go into my last Pokemon, which is the Meganidel. And he's going to go into his Pheromosa. I'm going to go for the... he's going to go for the Ice Beam. And it's going to knock me out. So it's going to knock me out in one hit with the Ice Beam. So it was a pretty good battle. So if you guys enjoyed the video, It was a 2-0 victory in my opponent's favor. But if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a comment below, leave a like button, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys later.